Hi, my name is Joshua, and over the last year, I've been trying to make a full-length animated movie inside of Blender. It is currently an hour 46 minutes long. The draft of it. It's not close to being done, actually. But in this video, I'm going to continue working on it. So it's day, I think, 367. Yesterday, Oh, right. That's what I wanted to talk about. Okay, yeah, before I forget, earlier this year, I told the entire world that I was going to donate a penny for or sorry, not earlier this year, last year, 2023, right? New year. I told the entire world that I was going to donate a penny for every person who subscribes to this YouTube channel. And I did yesterday. So that turned out to be precisely 2,101 people, which equates to $21. And I just, or $21.01, which I just rounded up to $22. So that's cool. I've never donated to something like that, which is fun. So hopefully that somehow helps them. I don't know. Also, what did I also? Well, I've been doing this animation course called Alive. I have to admit, I really would recommend it. It's really awesome. It's kind of well, I've only gotten like this far. Actually, 13%. There's a percentage there that it says. That's fun. I could say that. I'm 13% through the course, guys. Let's go. um, I feel like I'm getting a lot better, but I know. Sorry, I thought I was hearing something. Last time I was doing this course, I got to the bouncing ball. Sorry, the advanced bouncing ball, and that was lots of fun. I finally got it. I'm like generally happy with it, but now I get to do the part where it's the well, I guess just the more advanced ball. I don't even know. So it's like well, I'll just show you. Look at this. It looks kind of scary. Boom. It's like whoa, more more complicated, I guess. Anyhow, let's do that. Hello there. All right. So it's been over an hour of me trying to get this bouncing ball to work, and I'm definitely not done, but I'm done for tonight, so therefore I'm done. I'm actually think it's going pretty good. It's surprising. So here it is. Boom. It's I got the block out done. Actually, I think I have the block out because I was smart and I saved it. Yeah. Nope, it's nope. Don't look at that. Wow, that's wow, that's atrocious. Anyhow, I blocked it out with well, I'm not gonna undo what I did, but basically first it's the choppy block out animation. That's the best way I can describe it. Just like dun 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 dun, and then now I'm doing the curves. It's called splining it, I think. So that's what makes it make it look, I don't know, animated and smooth and cool. So right now I'm just doing the location of the ball, not like the rotation or the squashing and stretching, which is very fun actually. So once you get that down, boom, 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 and as you see here, right there, it's just kind of that doesn't feel right. That boom, it's just kind of like ugh. That's because I didn't finish. As you see right here, the curves are just very smooth. When the ball lands, you want it to go boom and really well. Sorry, the wrong curve, wrong graph. You want it to be an impact, not just like a glide off. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know how to like transition this to the next clip, but transition. So I have my blue light glasses. These are blue light glasses. I'm not like I don't know. I'm not crazy, okay? Anyhow, I just wanted to say that. I hope you guys liked how I transitioned to this location. Anyhow, I have some notes that I need to take noting of. Anyhow, today has been like just a slow easing into this chapter. Well, I don't even know what I want to call this at this point. Just into the new year, 2024, I guess. Yeah, that's what it is. It's kind of crazy. This year is already a thing. Let's go. Cinemaphoria. I'm just gonna say cinemaphoria. I'm not sure if that's how you say your thing. Sorry if I got it wrong. It's not the first name I've butchered. Okay. Formerly known as Blender Kiddo, he asked the question of when do you think, or like basically, when am I gonna be done with the movie? When will I be done? What year? Do I have some sort of deadline, basically? And the answer is no. I have no deadline now, and that is actually strangely relieving. Um, just making sure I'm recording my audio for a moment. I was like, oh no, that's not fun. Why? Because someone else was asking actually, um, like why did I decide to do this in a year? Why alone? Um, like what are my motives behind this whole project? Well, I don't know. I mean, I've made short films, boom, 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 for like a while, and then I was like, well, this isn't going anywhere. Why don't I just like do what I actually want to do instead of like doing what would lead to someone getting me to do what I want to do, which is make a movie. So why don't I just like skip the middleman and just make a movie? So that's what I decided to do and am doing. So the idea wasn't like, oh, let's become famous on YouTube and uh I don't know. I don't know what that's not like. I mean, that's cool, but it's like, okay, you know, it's just I like movies are like how do I say this? There are, I mean, yes, you can make really cool YouTube videos, but like if I put lots of time into a YouTube video, I'd basically be treating it like a little film. So why don't I just make the real thing, you know? Um, I don't know where I was going right there, but um, my motive behind it is I just want to make the best movie. Well, now at least I just want to make the best movie. Before I was just trying to do it in 1 year. Why 1 year? Ooh, I just killed a fruit fly. That was like that was Jedi levels of accuracy. Okay, that's nice. Anyhow, I lost my train of thought. That's still terrifically delectable. Terrific. Splendiferous. Most wonderful. Anyhow, um, I'm just gonna like move on and pretend like that didn't happen. Let's see. Am I only using Blender? Now, someone commented this, and I have been on a break. Well, yeah, it's a break. Okay, I could say that. I'm not ashamed of that. I'm on a break. I was on a break during during Christmas to the New Year, basically. And that's hard for me to do, but that partially was my parents being like, let's take a break, and I am at the place where I realize that is a good thing, which is good. Yay. So yeah, I took a break, and now I'm back. Anyhow, the person commented, and then the comment disappeared. I wasn't sure if I did something, my brother did something who has access to my account, which I probably shouldn't say, or or they deleted it, but please ask questions. Like the more questions, the better. It gives me things to think about, and like I've actually had comments, and I've been like, oh wow, this is actually that's right. I probably shouldn't be doing X, Y, and Z, or that's a good idea. So feel free to ask questions. But am I only using Blender? So yeah, my part of my pitch, like part of my value proposition was I'm making a feature full or speak English. I am making a full-length animated feature film inside of Blender in 1 year alone inside of Blender. Did I ever say that? I don't know. But regardless of whether I said it or not, you guys get what I mean. Is that true? Is it only inside of Blender? Oh no. um, just by the fact that Blender is not an operating system, it inherently means that you cannot just solely use Blender. I mean, but I mean, yes, you could in theory, but no, not practically. So, do I use DaVinci Resolve? Yes, I actually now use DaVinci Resolve to edit my videos, and you're probably laughing at this. This is basically edited. Yes, I am aware. I'm very aware. I talked about that in my last video, or one of the. I don't know. Just watching my other videos, and I I talked about basically, I don't have time to make the best videos in the world because I'm trying to make the best film in the world. I don't know. I'm not when I say that, it's like not to be like pretentious. I'm like, I'm making the best film in the world. I just want to do my best. Like, hey, I really care about this project, I guess. So, once again, I totally lost. I don't know where this thought thread began, and I'm trying to get better at like threading my thoughts together in a coherent way that actually isn't well, like this. Anyhow, moving on. Right. Am I only using Blender? So, no. Yeah. But that's still the sole software. So I'm not like using 3ds Max, Maya, Houdini, Unreal Engine. I'm not like the 3D software is Blender. Okay. And for a 3D animated movie, I feel like that's the most important part. Mostly. am I gonna use probably some? Actually, probably gonna get my brother and sister to help me like make music. Yes. Is that in Blender? Thank goodness, no. That would be bad. Okay, so just from the outset, I knew that. I guess maybe I wasn't as upfront about that as I could have been, but I stand behind that. Yes, this is being made inside of Blender. Um, so yeah, that's fun. Well, thank you for that question. Whoever asked that, thank you. Now that we got that out of the way, answer questions. Thank you, Joshua. Am I only using? I already wrote that down. All right. Let's see. Okay, so someone else was like, "Yo, I'm trying to make a 30-minute animated something film." I can't remember exactly what the details were, but basically they were like, "Yo, got any tips?" So my biggest thing right now is pre-production is. I was trying to think of something really slick to say. I was like, pre-production is perfection. I don't know, but it doesn't come to mind. So you're dealing with this now, the wreckage and the wake of the disaster. It's bad. It's terrible. Anyways, yes, pre-production is very important. Do as much pre-production so that production and post-production will go as smoothly as possible, because it really makes your life so much easier. This is something that I have some experience doing, kind of, but not really, because I spent the last year technically in pre-production of the movie. I mean, you could say it's in production. I don't know what you want to say. I think basically I just started actual production because I don't know. Production, pre-production, lines get really blurry when you really get into the weeds, I feel like, but if you can draw, do a storyboard, and then turn that storyboard into an animatic, add voices, and get the pacing and the flow of the movie out just as soon as possible. Like, once you have that script, revision, 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 or even before you have the script, like, you just want to, like, I was watching this podcast, like, actually the editing podcast. They interviewed the people who made Up or something like that. Definitely check it out. It was a great podcast, I think. Even though it was like a year ago or something, I can't remember. Anyhow, sorry, side tangent, but important one as well. You wanna get an idea and you wanna go up that hill as fast as possible. I'm stealing their analogy, okay? Just whatever. And then the goal is to not be like, is this the best idea in the world? Well, no, the goal. I butchered that. Okay, sorry. Reset. You'd have an idea and you're like, oh, is this a good idea? Your job is to find out, is this a good idea or not? And if it is, keep going, keep going, keep going until you realize this idea is not good. Come back down as fast as possible and go up with a new idea. And basically you're doing that the whole way through. Obviously at a certain point you have to commit to a certain storyline, and once you commit to that storyline, just make it as good as possible. You know, if right now I decide, you know what, I don't like Betty Fleetfoot, and I wanted to make this a sci-fi movie, you know? Don't do that, please. Like, don't shoot yourself in the foot. I mean, if there's a really, really good existential reason to do that, then fine. But no, don't do. I mean, it gets messy. I mean, of course you can do whatever you want. It's your movie, blah blah blah. But I'm not saying do that. But the idea is to get an idea out first with just like, draw out an idea, make a log line, then write a script, then flesh that script out, and then get that script into a storyboard, and then get that storyboard into an animatic, and then maybe into that previs. The workflows change, but the idea still remains. Get the big picture on paper, sketch it out, and hold it up, and say, "Hey, what do you think about this?" You know, to your friends or people in the Discord server. Plug. Oh, shameless plug. Okay, cool. Yeah. So that's kind of I'm kind of passionate about that actually. And I really enjoy getting ideas out and just like, this is cool. I'm doing something. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. Anyhow, without further ado though, the next question, let's see. Oh, right. And then, so yes, make a previs, but then, the guy replied and he was like, yo, and I don't know why I'm adding yo to this. I'm sorry he didn't say that, I don't think, but, I digress, as my sister would say. Let's see. Is using pre-made assets cheating or unfair? No, it's not. Now, am I actually using pre-made assets? 99.99999% no. Because I'm using a very unique style, and the entire style, the point of it is to make things as fast as possible. Nah, that's not true. Let me scratch that. The whole point of it is to make things without spending a year, carefully hand painting something. It's a different style. everything's made out of cubes, okay? And I like the style. I'm not using it because it's easy. I'm using it because I actually really like it, and it also happens to be really easy, technically speaking. It's not necessarily, that doesn't mean everything is easy. How do I say this? Sometimes, the biggest problem I have making everything from cubes is, uh, how do you make a face? Like, what is that, you know? So, complex simplifying complex objects is really strange, and it's hard, and it's a nice mess, but it is still a mess at the same time. So, anyhow, that's its own side tangent. Let's move on. Actually, we got through all the questions. Let's go, guys. Okay. So, look here. I'm not promising to do daily vlogs because I know I'm not going to do daily vlogs, and I will not commit to doing daily vlogs, but who knows? I might start doing like videos like this. Like this is a format that I can do, I think. Once again, no promises. I just want to take you guys through this journey one step at a time, and not sorry. No, let me totally scratch that. I don't want to take you guys through this journey one step at a time, but I do want to give you guys an honest behind the scenes and just show my thought process. I'm not going to be able to say, all right, guys, this is the mouse, and you guys press this button here, and click. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I can't guide your hands, but I can show you my thought process to how I'm guiding my hands. That was butchered and disastrous, but that's okay. So that's how life is sometimes. Making a movie is fun because there's so many aspects to it that yeah, you never know what you're going to end up doing, you know? Like one moment I might be designing clothes for some reason. It's like, why are you designing clothes? Well, they have to wear some sort of clothes, right? Or I've not done that yet, but I just came up with something really random. But the breadth of what you can end up doing just for like one scene is like huge. So that means you can always be creative. But then again, there is this weight of the massiveness of it, you know? Hour and 46 minutes, a lot happens, you know? A lot of different scenes, a lot of lines, a lot of beats and plot points to hit. So, cheeky segue, as some would say. I this video has been kind of a catastrophe, actually. It's actually 2 days of work kind of spliced together, and this is like the third day, and it's kind of like, well, it's actually 9:30 in the morning, and I'm just trying to get it together to post, and it doesn't quite make sense as it is, because the whole animation thing I've been talking about, that only was like a small bit of what I was doing, like over those 2 days. Somehow I failed to include a logical transition to, oh, now I'm working on this other part of the movie. So, just so you guys who are new have some like context, um, basically this is, well, no, I'll talk about what this movie actually is about, like, and maybe in some other video. Maybe I'll just like call it, "What's this movie about?" or something. Well, the short logline of it is, girl gets horse from uncle, and but to keep it, she must race him. I came up with a really short and sweet logline. I can't remember exactly what it is. It was something along those lines. Anyhow, so most of it happens on like in the country. So, yeah, it's like some like country roads and like a farm homestead sort of place. And we kind of live on a homestead, so that's probably why I ended up putting it there. But you can't have a horse. Right, it's a horse race. So basically, she ends up learning how to ride a horse and race, and it leads up to this big race. So anyhow, currently I'm working on building all the 3D models for the final movie because I already made a draft of the whole thing. I think I probably already mentioned that hopefully in the video. It's called a previs. It's super rough, and it's yeah, nothing about it is final. Not none of the voices are final. Probably and the plot is generally final, but I'm still gonna mix and match scenes to make it flow in a better way. And like, yeah. So it's just the first rough draft. All to say, I am now making all the final 3D models, and that is a lot of work. Like, there's a lot of locations and places and stuff, and you're like, oh, just make less locations. And I'm like, but that's not as fun. Um, so I enjoy making these 3D models. It is kind of a pain sometimes. And currently I'm focusing on making the main character, Betty Fleetfoot's house. So yeah, it's like I at first was a ranch, but well, no, I'll talk about it in the next clip. But first was a ranch, and now I've scratched that in week 2 of the journey. If you want to check out that video, I started this farmhouse as the ranch kind of style, but I just there's so many problems with that, so I just started over from scratch, and now well, I'll talk about it in the next clip. I basically like what I'm doing now. I don't know what to say. So yeah, sorry this video is kind of weird and contorted. What I have done is, and I think the last video maybe, I can't honestly, my brain is just like, woo. Last year is about a year ago, but at this point, even though it was only 2 days ago. Wow. I have completed, actually, well, yes, in the last video I made this roughly, I think. You just pretend like that it's not there. I made this staircase. You're gonna say to yourself, oh, that's super simple. But I obviously like to overthink things at the highest level possible, so, I spent a while trying to figure out what's the most best way. That's correct grammar, by the way. The most best way to, do this. So, yeah. But I figured out what the rise and run is. I already knew that, but I didn't know that. So now I know it. Think about it. So I've been using this. I think you guys probably saw this in the last video. Oops, not that. This. An old CAD file, or not an old, just a CAD file I found online for free. Awesome resource that I've been kind of basing this house off of. I have blueprints back here. But the main thing I was just doing was, if I could get in here, making the staircase logical. In the original blueprints, actually, I could just show you here. Alt H, boom, boom, isolate it with the slash command. Cough. Oops. Sorry, I hate when I do that. I never change this, by the way, this little select thing. Anyhow, I'm gonna fly into here. Very, very, very fun. I moved the living room, like, I just changed the whole house, basically, but I moved this section. Oh, there is a door there. Ooh. I didn't add that. Okay, it's fine. This is fine. All to say, this staircase I was trying to recreate in my own unique way, and now I'm seeing that there. Oh, this is a very narrow door. Interesting. I probably should actually have taken a look at this while I was making it, and actually even counted the stairs. How many stairs they have? See, all these sort of things I'm just trying to think of, because I want it to make sense. Like, I want it to be like, okay, yes, I can see this being real. Like this, I could see myself going up this, you know, boom, 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 boom. Oh, dude, this is more stairs than I thought. Okay, that's cool. Wow. This is kind of like a mental break for me, talking to you guys, I guess. So, that's how I can make time to do this, I guess, because I can't just be 100% doing this. I have to, like, have a change of scenery and just change have a moment of reflection, I guess. This is what that is, or this is what that is. There we go. English, guys. Anyhow, I'm gonna stop rambling here, and I hope you guys enjoy your day. God bless, and I will see you in the next video, whatever that is. Enjoy the journey. Peace out.